Our next question is, the haploid cell which divides by mitosis to form embryo sac is option A, megaspore mother cell, option B, microspore mother cell, option C, functional megaspore, and option D, non-functional megaspore. The answer to this question is quite straightforward, which is option C, which is the functional megaspore. The embryo sac is option A, megasporangium, option B, megaspore, option C, the female gametophyte, and option D, the female gamete. Female gamete is essentially the egg which is found inside the embryo sac towards the micropyle end. Megaspore is a female productive spore, while the megasporangium is a part or the organ which is responsible for the formation of megaspores. Thus, the embryo sac is the female gametophyte, which consists of antipodals, secondary or polar nuclei, and eggs and synergids. So the answer is option C, female gametophyte. Our next question is, in angiosperms, the functional megaspore of a linear tetrad is the option A, first nearest to the micropyle, option B, second from the micropyle, option C, third from micropyle, and option D, fourth from micropyle. The answer to this question is quite straightforward and it needs to be remembered, which is option D, fourth from micropyle. Our next question is, nucellus is a mass of thin-walled parenchymatous cells in the ovule. It is option A, N or haploid, option B, 2N or diploid, option C, 3N or triploid, and option D, 4N or tetraploid. So the answer to this question is 2N, as the nucellus is produced in the ovule and is diploid. Which of the following pairs of plant parts are haploid? Option A, nucellus and antipodals, option B, antipodals and egg cell, option C, antipodals and megaspore mother cell, option D, nucellus and primary endosperm nucleus. So here the nucellus is a diploid part, the megaspore mother cell is also diploid, while the PEN is triploid. So the answer to this question is option B, the antipodals and egg cell both are haploid. Through which cells of the embryo sac does the pollen tube enter the embryo sac? Option A, egg cell, option B, central cell, option C, persistent synergid, and option D, degenerated synergid. So the answer to this question is quite straightforward, which is option D, degenerated synergid. A mature embryo sac contains, or a normal angiospermic embryo sac at the final stage of development has, option A, 4 cells, option B, 3 cells, option C, 7 cells, and option D, 8 cells. The answer to this question is quite straightforward, which is 7 cells, but it is to be remembered that the number of nuclei is 8. Thus the embryo sac is a 7 cell and an 8 nucleate structure or organ. So the answer is option C. The process of transfer of pollen grains from an anther to the stigma surface of the flower with the help of water is called. The answer to this question is option C, which is hydrophily, which hydro refers to water. However, anemophily is a abiotic way of transfer of pollen grains through the agency of wind. Zoophily, 3 animals. Ornithophily, with the help of birds. Also there are other types like entomophily, through the agency insects, chiropterophily with the help of bats. But the answer to this question is option C, which is hydrophily. Correct definition of pollination is option A, transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma, option B, germination of pollen grain, option C, growth of pollen tube in ovule, and option D, visits of insects in flower. The answer to this question is option A, which is transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. Growth of pollen tube in ovule is a part of the formation male gametophyte. So the answer to this question is option A, just transfer of pollen grain. Pollination between two flowers on the same plant is option A, xenogamy, option B, dichogamy, option C, geotonogamy, and option D, allogamy. The answer to this question is option C, which is geotonogamy, when geotone refers to a neighbor, while gamos refers to marriage. So the answer is geotonogamy. The sequence of development of the embryo sac is option A, archaeosporium, then megaspore, then megasporophyte, and then embryo sac. Option B, archaeosporium to megaspore mother cell to embryo sac. Option C, archaeosporium to megaspore mother cell to megaspore to embryo sac. Option D, megaspore mother cell to archaeosporium to embryo sac. Initially, a single hypodermal below skin layer cell develops into an archaeosporium either by detaching itself, which at a later stage becomes the megaspore mother cell, which gives rise to 4 haploid megaspores, one of which is the lowermost, develops into the embryo sac, while the rest of the 3 of the haploid megaspore mother cells megaspores degenerate. One becomes the embryo sac or the female gametophyte. So the correct sequence and the correct answer to this question is option C, which is archaeosporium to megaspore mother cell to megaspore to embryo sac. Our next question is, mark the odd one. Option A, synergid. Option B, secondary nucleus. Option C, antipodal cells, and option D, egg cell. So here we can recall that the synergid is haploid, the antipodal cells are haploid, the egg cell is haploid, but the secondary nucleus is a diploid part. So the odd one is the secondary nucleus, which is option B. Pollination by wind is called option A, geotonogamy, option B, anemophily, option C, autogamy, and option D, none of the above. Here the correct answer is option B, which is anemophily, which is pollination by the agency of wind. Geotonogamy and autogamy are classification of pollination based on the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of the same or the different flower lying on the same plant. Where in case of autogamy, transfer takes place on the same flower, while in case of geotonogamy, transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma takes place on different flowers lying on the same plant. So the answer to this question is anemophily, which is pollination by the agency of wind. Cannabis shows which type of pollination? Option A, anemophilous, option B, entomophilous, option C, hydrophilous, and option D, Ophiophyllus. Cannabis is a cross-pollinated plant which shows pollination by wind, which is known as anemophily, and therefore cannabis is anemophilous. The process of transfer of pollen grains from the anther to stigma surface of the flower with the help of water is called option A, anemophily, option B, zoophily, option C, hydrophily, and option D, ornithophily. Zoophily refers to the transfer to animals, hydrophily to water, anemophily to the agency of wind, and ornithophily with the help of birds. So the answer to this question is option C, which is hydrophily. When anther and stigma mature at the same time, it is called option A, protandry, option B, homogamy, option C, isogamy, and option D, dichogamy. Protandry is the case wherein pollen grains are released much before the stigma becomes receptive, and in dichogamy both the anther and stigma do not mature at the same time, mature at different times. However, in case of homogamy, both the anther and stigma show maturation at the same time, and thus the answer to this question is option B, which is homogamy. Pollination by birds is called option A, ornithophily, option B, chiropterophily, option C, entomophily, and option D, malacophily. The answer to this question is option A, which is pollination through the agency of birds. Chiropterophily refers to pollination with the help of bats, and entomophily with the help of insects.
Question number 17. 250 microsporocytes will give rise to dash microspores. Now to understand this question, we know that each microsporocyte undergoes meiotic division. It will undergo meiotic division to form 4 haploid microspores. So if one will undergo mitotic division to form 4 haploid microspore, so 250 microspore will undergo meiotic division to form 1000 haploid microspores, that is 250 into 4. So the answer is option C.
Question is, pollination occurs when a pollen grain, option A, matures and has 3 nuclei, option B, lands on a stigma, option C, releases its sperm nuclei, option D, releases its pollen tube nucleus. So the basic definition of pollination says the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. Thus, our answer to this question is option B, which is lands on a stigma. Next question is, fig is pollinated by option A, wind, option B, self-pollination, option C, water, and option D, insects, which is Blastophaga grossorum. So the answer to this question is option D, which is insects, which is also known as entomophily. In which of the following flowers pollination takes place by lever mechanism? Option A, salvia, option B, ficus, option C, antiherum, and option D, ocimum. So the answer to this question is option A, which is salvia. Pollination by slug and snails is called option A, ornithophilus, option B, malacophilus, option C, anemophilus, and option D, chiropterophilus. So the answer to this question is malacophilus, which is cross pollination brought about by slug and snails. Ornithophilus is through birds, anemophilus through wind, and chiropterophilus bats. So the answer is option B, malacophilus. In anemophilus flowers, pollen grains are option A, dry, option B, moist, option C, sticky, and option D, few in number. Anemophily is pollination through the agency of wind, wherein a large number of pollen grains are produced in order to compensate for the losses. So option D gets ruled out. Also, the pollen grains produced are dry to facilitate transfer through wind. So the answer to this question is option A, which is dry. Feathery stigma is present in option A, wheat, option B, pea, option C, caesalpinia, and option D, datura. The answer to this question is quite straightforward, which is option D, wheat, wherein a feathery stigma is present. So our next question is, when the ovule is curved and the embryo sac becomes horseshoe shaped, such an ovule is called option A, Amphitrophus, option B, Cercinotropus, option C, Campylotropus, and option D, Orthotrophus. So the answer to this question is option C, which is Campylotropus, and organisms of the Cruciferous family show this type of an ovule. Next question is, An orthotropous ovule is one in which micropyle and chalaza are first in straight line of funiculus, option B parallel to funiculus, option C at right angles to the funiculus, and option D oblique to the funiculus. So the answer to this question is option A, which is in straight line of funiculus. Our next question is, thin nucellus is called option A tenunucellate, option B crassinucellate, option C binucellate, and option D trinucellate. Here bi and tri stand for 2 and 3, which is the number of nucellate present, while the answer to this question is option A, which is tenunucellate, wherein tenu refers to thin. Our next question is, function of the funicle includes option A support to the body, option B supplying nutrition to the body from the placenta, option C both A and B, and option D none of these. The funicle is known to perform 4 functions, first being nutrition, support, conduction and projection. Thus the answer to this question is option C, which is both support and supplying nutrition. The next question is, coiled ovule is present in option A Cernicotropis, option B Anatropis, option C Amphitropis, and option D all of these. The answer to this question is option A, which is Cernicotropis. Our next question is, the stalk of ovule is called option A pedicel, option B petiole, option C funicle, and option D hilum. The answer to this question is option C, which is funicle, and the funicle is known to perform functions of nutrition, support, projection and conduction. Our next question is, which cell gives rise to 2 male gametes? Option A generative cell, option B vegetative cell, option C tube cell, and option D germ pore. The answer to this question is option A, which is generative cell, whereas vegetative cell and tube cell mean one and the same.